Hi, I'm Anita Gutierrez, and I'm Clairol Professional's lead color master. Welcome. Today I'm going to show you a technique called ombre. Ombre is a French word meaning shaded. Shaded, in this case, dark, medium, and light ends. Very popular everywhere. This is a quick and easy technique that I'm going to share with you, and you can use it in your salon, and your clients are going to love it. This is my model, Brittany. Brittany has absolutely beautiful hair and long. But Brittany had what we see in the salon all the time, existing highlights, and there were many of them. So a lot of times when your clients come to you with this particular technique, sometimes you have to add the depth. And in this case, what we did is we used Clairol Professional's Liquid Color 6N, and I really made her some existing roots. I needed that to look shaded for me because she had too many highlights up at the top. What I want to show you is when you start this technique, it's very, very important that you start vertically, especially with this length of hair. Vertically meaning longer. Okay, we're going to do this side panel, and I'm going to go on and do this side panel. And then what we're going to do is move all the way around the perimeter and work the same way. But I'm going to show you some really great techniques that this doesn't look like you see lines in the hair. Quick and easy, and I'm going to show you. But first, before I show you, I'm going to mix my color. Now let's talk about Brittany's formula. Brittany's formula, because of her existing highlights, I'm going to use our BW powdered lightener in a 10 and a 20 strength developer. Now, one thing I want to tell you is when you're using two different developers or two different colors, these bowls are great for that. One section is my 10, the other section is my 20. One of the tricks that I use so I can tell the difference, keeps you on track. I use a smaller brush in the 10, just a little bigger one in the 20. It just keeps you on track so you don't get mixed up. Always, for this particular technique, because of the fact it's shaded, this is such an easy way to use the same formula, different strengths developer. In Brittany's case, I'm going to use 10 volume at her mid and 20 volume at the ends, because that's all about those sun-kissed ends looking like lights. Okay? We're going to get started. This is the sectioning I'd like to show you all the way around of Brittany. Technique is very easy, but just make sure you take these sections and make sure they don't touch each other. Okay? It's very important because of the fact it's got existing color on it. You don't want it to touch anything but what's right in front of it, and I'm going to show you how to do that. First of all, I'm going to take her first section down. I'm going to take my comb. One thing I must tell you what I like to do with this ombre effect is take a little bit of the front out because I like to go back when I've finished and I like to paint on the lines. Just makes it look much more natural. So what I'm going to do is pin this right out of the way on this side. Now, this is a really fun technique. So what I'm going to do is split my section right in half. Now, in order so you don't get what we call a line of demarcation, so the hair color just shades and flows, what you do is you take a comb and you back comb it. And on your clients, depending on the length of their hair, you should stop mid-length right to the middle of the chin after back combing. Now, I'm going to start applying with the brush at first. Now, here, and just work really as fast as you can. And when you apply the first section, always go in and paint on like you don't want a line of demarcation. Don't just put the brush and go. It's so important. When using the powdered lightener, make sure it's not too dry. It should be wet and stay moist while on the head. That is my 10 volume. Now I'm going on to the 20. Make sure when you hit where they meet, you take the brush and you paint them like lines. Then I take a little on my ends with your lightener and you leave it. And you go right on to the next section. Again, we're back combing. Come down to the chin area. Another tip that I have for this Ombre technique, it really works well with clients that don't have so many layers, okay? It works well with very soft, longer layers because of the fact it just flows. If it's too short and there's too many layers, it just doesn't look shaded. I'm going to finish up this section, and then I'm going to continue all the way around the perimeter of the head. Make sure when you get to the ends, because remember, that's where you want it to look sun-kissed even more. Apply a big amount of your color or your lightener and just smoosh it on in the ends. And there you have it. I'm going to go on and start my next section. Now, this is the technique I wanted to show you really quick. When you get to the front, okay, as you can see, I've left out 2 pieces. So what I'm going to do is take my brush with the existing color or lightener as you're using, and what you're going to do is just paint it on, just so it connects. It looks much more natural this way. I'm going to go to the other side. You're going to take your brush, go back and forth, and just place it where you know it's going to show right around her eyes. It's going to make her eyes pop. And again, it's going to make it look very, very natural, like it's really sun-kissed from the summer. Okay. Now, we're going to let her sit here for about 15 minutes. I'm going to bring her back with a finished look, and you're going to absolutely love the way this ombre technique looks. There is one tip I'd like to tell you about when you do this ombre technique. If your client needs a haircut, it's always good to cut it prior to doing the technique. Because if you're going to cut it afterwards, remember the sun-kissed ends? You're going to cut them off. So let's do the haircut, the trim, the soft layers, so this look will look beautiful on the client prior to doing this. So this is our finished look to our ombre technique. As you can see, it's very natural. Look how it looks sun-kissed, just like we wanted it to. And after we shampooed her, I used our cream demi, clear mix, and 10N, left it on 10 minutes, just to give it that reflective shine, to keep those 4 signs of healthy looking hair, which are deep conditioning, reflective shine, multidimensional shades, and long lasting results. I am so excited that I got to show you the ombre color today because it gave me the opportunity to show you how Clairol Professional gives you a complete toolkit for you to be a successful colorist. Now I would like to take you back to Lindsay. Thank you.